my name is Lowry, and this video is about alternate day fasting, or ADF. Some basic information and some tips on how to get started. This is my first video. There is another companion video with more specific information about the health benefits and some of the research behind ADF. Alternate day fasting, or ADF, has many incredible benefits. For one, I think it's the easiest way to lose weight. However, in live animals, ADF has also proven to dramatically reduce the risk of heart disease, late onset diabetes, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease, among others. It also significantly increases overall physical resilience. More on that in the other video. You may have heard about calorie restriction. That is, eating 30 or 40% fewer calories every day. Lab animals who are fed that way, from mice up through monkeys, live 30 or 40% longer. Alternate day fasting seems to do the same thing, but you eat the same amount of food that you normally would, but just with different timing. Calorie restriction proponents often call it calorie restriction optimal nutrition, to make sure that people don't just restrict calories, but also understand that you have to be sure that you get enough nutrients despite eating less. You don't have to worry about that with ADF, but of course, it is still best to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. I have been practicing ADF for about 5 years, and I think that most people would be better off eating this way. There are some exceptions, and I'll discuss those at the end. So how do you do it? Well, you alternate 24-hour periods of eating and not eating. Most people fast from dinner one day to dinner the next, then they eat normally for 24 hours and start fasting again for 24 hours. To say that another way, I eat dinner every day. I skip lunch and breakfast every other day. I can tell you that for me, it has improved my health significantly. I am healthier and feel better now at age 53 than I've ever been before. My cholesterol, both good and bad, triglycerides, and fasting glucose are all significantly improved. I have not had a cold or a contagious disease in the last 4 years. Now I know that alternate day fasting sounds very difficult, or maybe even impossible when you first hear about it. However, most people who really try ADF are able to do it and say that it really wasn't nearly as hard as they thought it would be. You see, unless you're like Dagwood Bumstead and eat a big sandwich in the middle of the night, your body goes into a fasted state while you sleep. You break that fast and go into a fed state as soon as you start eating the next day. If you don't eat until 6 p.m., then that is when you break your fast. Hunger comes during a fast, but it passes. I think that the hunger that comes during a fast is partly, at least, psychological. We feel we deserve to eat and are depriving ourselves if we don't. Now that I'm used to it, I really don't get hungry anymore until I start anticipating dinner. Here are a few tips that will make fasting easier for you. Drink plenty of fluids, water and non-caloric beverages. Some people say green tea helps them suppress the appetite. I take a fiber supplement and a multivitamin on my fasting days just to make sure that I have something in my system. If you take a fiber supplement, follow the directions on the bottle and drink plenty of water. That will help you not get constipated. It's easier if you're busy on your fasting days. It keeps your mind off the perceived deprivation. You may find that your energy level is low the first few times you try it. However, after just a few times, your energy level will probably be higher on fasting days. Some people are a little irritable in the afternoons on fasting days, but that passes also. So, I hope maybe this sounds doable. How do we get started? Most people find it easiest just to start fasting every other day. Just jump in and do it. All of my friends and family that have been successful at alternate day fasting have done it that way. If that just sounds undoable, just work into it gradually. Try skipping breakfast every other day at first, then add a skipped lunch once a week and go up from there. Also, be flexible. If you have a luncheon and need to eat lunch at work or whatever, go ahead and eat. Eat 2 days in a row and then start fasting again every other day. Of course, if you're trying to lose weight, you have to limit your eating to your normal amount at meal times when you do eat. That is normally the part most people that I know who have had trouble with ADF have a problem. They can manage to fast, but they can't manage to control what they eat when they do start eating again. ADF is a variation of intermittent fasting. There are several other variations out there: Eat Stop Eat, Fast 5, Alternate Day Diet, EOD Diet, and probably others. Eat Stop Eat is the closest to ADF. The only difference is that he suggests you fast 1 or 2 days a week instead of every other day. Fasting 1 or 2 days a week will probably not be as healthy as eating every other day, but it will be much better than doing nothing. All of the ADF variations are probably good ways to lose weight. They also probably have some additional health benefits. However, the health benefits in lab animals are proven for 24-hour every other day fasts. Those other variations probably won't give you all the health benefits of ADF. There are a lot of questions that people have. What about eating breakfast being the most important meal of the day? What about the advice of eating 6 small meals a day? Well, how's that working for you? If it's working for you, keep it up. Unfortunately, that just doesn't work for most people. Eating all day long, every day, but trying to limit your calories is very hard. It means constantly making decisions on what and how much to eat. Most people just can't do that and lose weight successfully for a sustained period of time. Many people think that our systems were designed to go long periods of time without eating. Our ancestors certainly did not have access to food 24 hours a day. They were not able to roll out of bed and eat a good, nutritious breakfast. They ate when they were able to kill a big animal and had to eat it quickly before it went bad. You may have also heard that you will burn a muscle when you fast. That really doesn't happen until several days into a fast. As long as you do some resistance training, you will not lose muscle with ADF. Actually, I found it easier to add muscle than ever before. I think that's because growth hormone, as well as several other protective proteins, are increased during the fast. I'll talk more about that later in the other video. In summary, alternate day fasting is a reasonable way to eat. I've been doing it for 5 years and would not change it for anything. You can lose weight or maintain your weight. It can prevent and probably reverse late onset diabetes. It greatly reduces your risk of heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Although it's certainly not for everyone, most people would be better off eating this way. I would not recommend it for children who are still growing or pregnant women. If you're on medication for diabetes, you need to be careful and talk with your physician. It is also probably not a good idea for people with eating disorders other than just overeating. Well, thank you for watching. If you want more information, the Wikipedia entry is short but has most of the health benefits listed there. There's a support site, a fasting support group on Yahoo Groups that I participate in that focuses primarily on the various types of intermittent fasting. The title of the group is Fasting, but you have to search for intermittent fasting to find it. Thank you.